Hey guys, welcome back to a new reaction on this channel. Today I'm going to be react to another song of Agnez Monica or Agnez Mo, however you want to call her now. I have no idea. I got a little bit of a struggle, guys. Maybe you remember, maybe not, but 2 to 3 weeks ago I reacted the very first time to one of her tracks called Walk, an old school R&B song that usually reminded me of the early 2000 type of R&B, but hey, totally fine. And after I finished that track and I uploaded my reaction on YouTube, I had an inner struggle. Because I wasn't sure, will I call her now Agnez Monica? Will I call the video Agnez Mo? And also, when I made the thumbnail, will I put an Agnez Mo logo on it or an Agnez Monica logo? Hey, guys, I don't literally know. I called it Agnez Mo, but I got an Agnez Monica logo. Hey, I don't freaking care in the end. I'm sorry, alright? I really am. But yeah, I'm excited about the song today. It's called Flying High. I'm definitely excited what kind of music it will be this time, because like I said, Walk, the last song I reacted to, and also the very first one, that was a typical old school 2000 R&B track. And that song came out after 2010, I guess in 2013, 14? I can't remember exactly. And I told you, in my opinion, that song came out a little bit too late, because the hype of this type of R&B was already over at that time. At least I thought that, because it's not my type of music. Also in my childhood, it wasn't my type of music. But I remember, especially in the early 2000s when I was a child, that this type of R&B was everywhere. But I would also say that after 2010, it wasn't that big anymore, but I don't literally know. Maybe this time it will be more pop, maybe this time it will be another R&B track. Hey, guys, I have absolutely no idea. I'm super excited, so Agnez Mo with Flying High. Let's freaking go.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, don't stop. We gon' take it up a level, we gon' turn it up a notch. If you don't like what you've been doing, then it's time to switch it up. Listen up. You can call me complicated, call me crazy if you want, but we're all one in the same, so get your back up off the wall and go and get it, 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 'cause I don't need to hear it. Even when the rain comes down, I will be the sun through the clouds. Can't nobody come steal my crown. They can try if they want to, I'll be the guy. And go and get it, 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 'cause I don't need to hear. Wake it up, wake it up, wake it up right now. You've been wasting too much time to get up off the couch. Okay, okay, you keep my name up in your mouth, but let me see what you about. You can call me complicated, call me crazy if you want, but we're all one in the same, so get your back up off the wall. And when the rain comes down, I will be the sun through the clouds. Can't nobody come steal my crown. They can try if they want to, I'll be the guy.
Alright guys, sorry to pause here after because of copyright strikes. You guys know the song is really short with not even 3 minutes. I can't remember, was the last song also that short? I guess yes, right? I can't remember, I'm honest with you, sorry. So first of all, it's again this typical old school R&B track, and also her voice this time reminds me of one of these, or maybe also the last time already, it reminds me of another R&B artist. Also, like I said, from the early 2000s, but I can't tell you which one, because the problem is I'm not really deep into that type of music. I don't know any artists. I know Rihanna a little bit, of course. But was it Rihanna? It could be, maybe, when I think of like Umbrella. The voice sounds a little bit familiar. Maybe it could be Rihanna, I don't know. but it could be also an other artist. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea. That is, if you would ask me, hey, tell me post-hardcore bands from the early 2000s you grew up with, I can tell you tons of bands, but I can't tell you any yeah, R&B artists. I'm sorry. um, but this time, like I said, the last time to walk, I told you that this song really sounded like an old school early 2000 R&B track, and at the time is a little bit over. At least I said it. I'm sorry. This time it's of course again that type of music, but also this time I don't have the feeling that this song sounds really old, like the early 2000s type of R&B. There are definitely parts that still reminds me of this early 2000 R&B, but there are also parts, and I'm sorry to say that if I don't want to attack anything or anyone, there are also parts that reminds me of K-pop. And I know that she's one artist, and K-pop is usually a group with different kind of singers, but the good thing is, because K-pop right now is of course a really big thing, a lot of people listen to that. I guess it's the new R&B in that time a little bit. So not that it's R&B, but I mean how big this genre is. I mean, and maybe that's a good thing, that it sounds here and there like a K-pop track, because you definitely get people with that right now, at least. I guess, I don't know. Because like I said, if I think of the early 2000 R&B rap, I guess I don't know how popular this type of music is anymore. I have no idea. I don't want to say that I listened all my life to metal, but I started with punk and then I went heavier to hardcore and metalcore and deathcore over the years. But I never really thought out of the box. I never thought about R&B. I never thought about typical pop. I don't know how big which genre is right now. I have no idea. I know the big metal bands, I know big hardcore bands, I know big deathcore bands who playing in stadiums and stuff like that. But I don't know who is playing in stadiums in the R&B scene or in the pop scene or whatever. Of course, the old school artists everyone knows about, but who is really famous today? Of course, I have a couple of names in my head, but I don't know if they are still popular. I literally don't know. Um, but yeah, that is what I think about the song. In my opinion, it's a better song than the last time. Also, the chorus, I would say. I guess the chorus from Walk was a little bit more catchier, in my opinion, but I think this chorus is a little bit more modern, if I can say that. If I can say it's modern, but you know what I mean. I guess that's the reason why I like that song a little bit more. But still, overall, of course, not my type of music. But you know that you requested that, and still you knew it. All right, sorry. But hey, guys, we go a little bit back. Let's listen to the rest of the song. All right, that was Agnez Mo or Agnez Monica with Flying High. Like I said before, in my opinion, it's a better song than Walk, even if I would say that Walk is or was the catchier track. But I also have to say that this time the chorus is also really catchy. I guess I will have it in my head for the next couple of hours, I'm honest with you. But still, overall, it's not my type of music. But you already know that because you know that I grew up with punk and metal and stuff. That's also the reason why I react to that type of music genre much more than any other music genre here on the channel. But also because you requested that. I mean, you also want to see what I think about the type of music I love, but I guess a few of you would also like to see what I think about music I never heard before, I usually don't like, so here we are. So, in my opinion, not a bad track, and like I said, I have a little bit K-pop feelings at some points, especially also the rapish parts, because it reminds me of this rap parts in K-pop tracks. And I guess that's the good thing for this song, because it's definitely right now a little bit more popular than this typical early 2000 R&B, I would say, but I don't know. Um, Also, what I forgot to say, if you're still watching, usually you requested the 2016 performance from a prize. I can't remember, convention, not convention, a contest or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Why I decided against it is because I'm not sure if I can react to that, because I guess it would be taken down from YouTube. But I don't know. That's the reason why I decided to do now the original usual record track. If you still want to see the live version, I can try it, but I'm usually 100% sure, because that's almost all the time, that it will strike down. But hey, I can try it if you want that. So hope you still want to see that. But yeah, that was Agnez Monica or Agnez Mo with Flying High. In my opinion, a good track, especially better than Walk, but still not my type of music. Sorry to say that. But yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for requesting that song. If you haven't seen the other reaction to Walk, I will give you the link to the video right now in the outro. Just click on the video on the screen and you can watch it if you want to. If you want to talk about Agnez Monica or Agnez Mo with me, the whole community, join our community Discord. Link is down in the description. You can join anytime. You can talk about anything you want. Cool to see you there. And then I hope I see you guys again in another reaction. Would be awesome. And I say, bye!